Imagine you're one of the most powerful humans alive. You control a civilization of millions. You have armies, gold, priests, and an entire PR department dedicated to making people believe that you are literally a god. Welcome to Ancient Egypt, where the pharaohs didn't just rule the world, they rewrote it. But behind those golden masks and massive pyramids, lies, power struggles, diseases, murder, and secrets so dark that some of them were buried for 3,000 years. I'm your host, and this is World of Wonders. Today, we pull back the curtain on the most powerful rulers in human history. Buckle up, Egypt is about to get weird. Secret number 1. They were not gods. They just said they were. Let's start with the biggest scam in human history. The pharaohs told everyone, and I mean everyone, that they were divine beings, half human, half god, direct children of Ra, the sun god. Now, imagine your boss walks in one day and goes, "By the way, I'm literally the son of God. Can you not argue with my decisions anymore?" That's basically what pharaohs did for 3,000 years. But here's where it gets interesting. Historians and archaeologists have found evidence that the pharaohs knew they were not gods. They just brilliantly engineered the belief that they were. They controlled the priests, who controlled the temples, who controlled the narrative. It was the world's first propaganda machine. And it worked. The common people were taxed, made to build monuments, sometimes worked to literal death, all while believing they were serving a living deity. If that sounds crazy to you, consider that this divine ruler strategy was copied by emperors and kings across the world for the next 2,000 years. Egypt did it first. Egypt did it best. Respect the hustle, honestly. Secret number 2. The royal family was one big family. Okay, this next secret is uncomfortable. But it's history, and history doesn't care about your comfort. Many Egyptian pharaohs married within their own family. We're talking brothers marrying sisters, fathers marrying daughters, cousins marrying cousins. Why? Because the bloodline was considered divine. Marrying a normal human would dilute the godly DNA. They couldn't have that. The most famous example? Tutankhamun, King Tut, the golden boy of ancient Egypt, the most recognizable pharaoh in history. CT scans and DNA analysis of his mummy revealed the truth. His parents were siblings. And the result? King Tut was born with multiple genetic disorders. A clubbed foot, a cleft palate, and a weakened immune system. He walked with a cane. Over 100 walking sticks were found in his tomb. He died at just 19 years old. One of the most powerful empires in human history, and its golden king could barely walk. The price of divine blood was real physical suffering. That is not the story they carved on the walls. Secret number 3. The pharaoh who erased his own mother. Now, this is where things get genuinely sinister. Meet Thutmose III, one of Egypt's greatest warrior kings, a military genius, a conqueror who expanded Egypt's empire further than almost anyone before him. But before he took the throne, his stepmother, Hatshepsut, took it first. Hatshepsut was a woman who declared herself pharaoh, full pharaoh, not just queen, in a time when that was essentially unthinkable. She even wore the traditional false beard of a pharaoh in official portraits. She didn't just break the glass ceiling, she put on a beard and shattered it. She ruled for over 20 years, successfully, peacefully. She built temples, grew trade, expanded Egypt's wealth. But when Thutmose III finally took power after her death, he erased her. He ordered her name chiseled off monuments, her statues smashed, her images destroyed, her cartouche, the royal name seal, scratched out of every wall he could find. For nearly 3,000 years, history forgot she existed. It wasn't until the 19th century that archaeologists pieced together who she was from the broken fragments left behind. Why did he do it? Was it revenge? Embarrassment that a woman had ruled? Fear of her legacy? Historians still debate it. But one thing is clear. Even in death, the pharaohs played power games. Secret number 4. The great pharaoh Ramesses II was kind of falling apart. Let's talk about the most famous pharaoh of all, Ramesses II, also called Ramesses the Great. The man was a brand, a one-man empire. He ruled for 66 years. He claimed to have fathered over 100 children. He built more monuments than any other pharaoh. He literally put his own face on everything. Think of him as the world's first influencer, just stone instead of Instagram. But when scientists examined his mummy in the 1970s, the picture got a lot less glamorous. Ramesses had severe arthritis. His spine was so curved, he would have been in constant pain in his final years. He had badly worn down teeth from eating gritty bread, a common problem in ancient Egypt, by the way, leading to severe dental infections and abscesses. Scientists also found evidence of arteriosclerosis, hardening of the arteries. He essentially had heart disease. And here's the strangest part. They found evidence of a parasitic worm infestation in his body. The most powerful man in the ancient world, spending his final years hunched over, toothless and riddled with parasites. History is humbling, my friends. Oh, and his mummy was issued an Egyptian passport in 1974 to fly to Paris for restoration. His occupation on the passport? King Deceased. That might be the most Egyptian thing ever. Secret number 5. The mysterious death of Cleopatra. You cannot talk about Egypt's dark secrets without mentioning her, Cleopatra VII, the last true pharaoh of Egypt. Brilliant, politically ruthless, spoke 9 languages, had 2 of Rome's most powerful men, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, completely under her influence. And then, in 30 BC, after Mark Antony's defeat and Rome closing in to capture her, she died. The official story? She committed suicide by letting an asp, an Egyptian cobra, bite her. Romantic, tragic, perfect for Hollywood. But here's what historians actually think. A snake bite from a small asp would not kill quickly. It would be agonizing and slow, hardly the death a queen would choose. Some researchers believe she ingested a mixture of poisons, hemlock, wolfsbane, and opium, a combination that would bring a quick, painless death. Others believe she didn't die by suicide at all, that she was murdered on the orders of Octavian, Rome's new ruler, who simply couldn't afford to parade her through Rome as a prisoner. The embarrassment would be too great. No one knows for certain. Her tomb has never been found. Her burial site remains one of archaeology's greatest unsolved mysteries. She built one of the most powerful legacies in human history, and history still can't agree on how her story ended. One more. I saved the strangest for last. Around 1350 BC, a pharaoh named Amenhotep IV came to power, and almost immediately, he went rogue. He declared that Egypt would worship only one god, the sun disk called the Aten. He shut down the temples of all other gods. He dismantled the powerful priesthood that had existed for centuries. He changed his own name to Akhenaten, servant of the Aten. He built a brand new capital city from scratch in the middle of the desert called Akhetaten. He effectively attempted to completely restructure Egyptian religion, society, and government overnight. Some historians believe Akhenaten's experiment was the world's first attempt at monotheism, worshipping a single god, predating the Abrahamic religions. There are even fringe theories suggesting his ideas influenced early Judaism, though most mainstream historians don't go that far. After he died, his successors erased him just like Thutmose erased Hatshepsut. His city was abandoned, his temples torn down. His son? A boy king named Tutankhamun, who quickly changed his name to Tutankhamun and quietly restored the old gods. Even in ancient Egypt, the kid just wanted things to go back to normal. And that, my friends, is just the surface. Ancient Egypt lasted over 3,000 years. That's longer than the time between ancient Egypt and your life right now. Every year, archaeologists dig up something new, something that rewrites what we thought we knew. Because the pharaohs were not myths, they were not gods, they were human beings. Brilliant, flawed, ambitious, desperate, just like us, just with more gold.
If you found this video fascinating, smash that like button and consider subscribing to World of Wonders because we are just getting started. Drop in the comments, which pharaoh surprised you the most? I want to know.